Hey guys, AnatoLiy here with a HRX Smite World Championship 2018 prediction video. Just wanted to give you guys my thoughts and opinions about the direction that this tournament is going to go. First round of 8 is going to be a best of 3 semifinals, and the final is going to be a best of 5. So let's just get right down to it. The very first matchup we're going to see is Dignitas up against Space Station Gaming. Now, I'm predicting Dignitas should win this game. Or the set rather, in 3 games. I think Space Station could squeeze out 1 victory, but thus far in Season 5, Space Station have struggled greatly against European teams. In fact, I think the only European team that they defeated in all of Season 5 was Insignum, the European Smite minor league team, which had a great run. Don't mind them. You know, they're not a team to be scoffed at. They beat out Luminosity, they beat out Trifecta, they beat out Armada to make it very far in the tournament. They were just 1 victory away from making it to Worlds, and what a Cinderella story that would have been. But anyway, Dignitas are the North American killers as well. In so far, Season 5, they started off making it very far in spring. Second place, losing to Rival in the finals and not making it to the summertime, but I think that downtime definitely helped them in terms of bouncing back in the fall to the point where they qualified to Worlds, avoiding the placement round. So kudos to Dignitas. I think they should be able to move on in this first set of the tournament. The next one is going to be Splice against Obey Alliance. Couldn't really fit the Obey logo under that little dark area, so pardon the lack of production. But anyway, Splice, the North American team that managed to squeeze into the top 2 team right above Space Station Gaming, putting that team rather in the placements and avoiding it themselves. With a very unique set of strategies and picks and bans, Splice was able to do so in the online portion. Can they transition this to LAN? It's rather difficult. They are kind of a one-trick pony where Aurora plays a lot of Cerberus, Artio, Cyclone Spin plays a lot of Freya, Xbalanque. Sino plays a lot of Erlong Shen and Naja. I just don't see how they will transition to LAN. In all of Season 5, they have not made it to Spring LAN, Summer LAN, and I think the lack of the placement LAN in the fall actually hurts Splice. Yes, they made Hi-Rez Expo, but how can they actually make it out of the first round against Obey Alliance? I just don't see it happening because of the lack of LAN experience. Mosswell stepping in for the best as well has little to no experience in the LAN environment. Season 3 group play, I believe, was the last time he actually touched a mouse and keyboard inside Georgia. Not going to be pretty for Splice. I think Obey should win this in 2 games. Clean cut, clear, pretty prime, looked like a beast at the placements. I don't expect much to change in that second set of the quarterfinals. Obey in 2. Next set is going to be your E-United versus Trifecta set. Trifecta have definitely impressed me in terms of being able to beat out some of their opponents, beating out Mouse Sports, and also beating out Space Station Gaming in the placement rounds. Call that match what you will, still an impressive performance out of them. And also beating out CLG, mind you. CLG was no easy opponent to take out. And I think that Trifecta, after losing their very first day in the placements to Insignum, the minor league team, they played up to their competition. You can tell they weren't prepared for Insignum, but they were certainly prepared for every other team. How can they prepare for E-United? It's hard to say. I still think that E-United is the better team overall, mechanically and strategically, and I think that Trifecta's impressive run in the placements is going to come to a close, but I'll be happy if I'm proven wrong, honestly, because I'm still going to be rooting for Zatman, and Zatman is so good that he made it to Worlds and Zatman did it. Insert your Zatman meme here, but United should be able to take out this set in 2 games. I think that Scream is going to be able to really throw a wrench at Trifecta and disrupt the flow of Stanford soccer. Also, the picks and bans should go heavily into E-United's way. So I think E-United should win that one in 2. And the last set of the quarterfinals, Energy against Rival. Little side note for those of you that are unaware, Energy are not going to be playing with Yaman in the mid lane. They will have a substitute in place of Homie Efe. He made a Twit Longer post. You can go search it for yourselves and understand his mindset. He's not going to be playing in this tournament, and I'm pretty sure he's not going to be playing in competitive Smite in the future. Hope to see him back, though, for sure. He's a staple inside the Energy roster. Now, even if Yamin was here, I would still vote for Rival in this best of 3, simply because Rival are the Energy killers. Since Season 4 Spring Gauntlet LAN, they have not lost to Energy outside of the previous Summer LAN event, where Energy just looked unstoppable, like an absolute nightmare. And this is all LAN events as well. Like, I'm not considering any online matches between Rival and Energy. Like, Rival, the team that was Cyclone GG back in Season 3, stopped Energy, the 2-time world defending championship team, from the beginning of Season 4. So I'm expecting this set to go to Rival yet again. 2 games. It's going to be clean, cut, and clear. I don't expect Energy without Yamin to really put up much of a resistance, unfortunately for them, and their run is going to end up very early. And then now the very first semifinals that I have is going to be Dignitas up against Obey Alliance here in the semifinals. A very historical match between these two teams in terms of Season 4 Spring, where they faced off against each other. I believe it was Obey Alliance that managed to win that set. That was with Maniac playing in the solo lane as opposed to Zalia. And it was a very impressive run by Obey. I think that, unfortunately, though, Dignitas has looked very impressive. And I think that this is going to be Dignitas' year. This team that's stuck together for roughly 2 years now, since the very beginning of Season 4, has not made any adaptations to their roster, has been looking progressively better, I would say. Since the beginning of Season 4, winning Valencia was a nice little feature. Losing to Rival in the fall of Season 4, I think, threw off their mojo, where they just were completely bamboozled in group play. And transitioning into this LAN, I think the time off that they had from not making it to the Summer LAN has definitely revitalized them to look like just absolute monsters that no team can actually stop them. And I don't think Obey Alliance are going to be the team to stop them. However, in this best of 5 set, as we moved on to the semifinals, I think Dignitas should win this in 5 games. I think the solo lane matchup is going to be the biggest part between Dignitas and Obey Alliance. Variety up against Zalia. I just don't see the passive nature of Zalia to be able to make an impact in this set as much as the aggressive nature of Variety will be. And I think that Dignitas' drafts should be able to also topple over Obey Alliance in the long run. I think Pretty Prime might not be a weakness, but might be the focus fire of Dignitas to really disrupt the flow. The strategy is very clear for Obey. It's feed the Swede and Pretty Prime. Dignitas probably going to starve him out, if anything. So I think Dignitas in 5 for that one. E United up against Rival. Let's just move Rival over here. The rematch of Season 4 Worlds. Can you guess what my prediction is going to be? No, it's not E United. It's going to be Rival. I think Rival will get their revenge in this best of 5 set in 4 games. I think United will sneak out 1 game simply because Season 5, for whatever reason, North American teams are not defeating European teams. It's just not happening, and I don't expect it to start here. Rival should have learned from their mistakes in Season 4. I don't expect them to be as passive as they were up against United. The drafts looked very unfortunate as well for Rival. The synergy that they tried to make happen against United between the Poseidon was just not happening. United was too aggressive, stopping that from ever being a true threat. And I just don't expect the same repeat performance from United. If this was finals, maybe being in North American soil, the energy and momentum will carry them. But I'm giving it to Rival this one in 4 games. Rival are very well prepared this time around. Winning Spring, coming in 2nd place in the summer. This team is just unstoppable. I don't see United stopping them in the slightest. Which leads me to the last set in the finals. It's going to be Dignitas up against Rival. Hold on a sec. There we go. Dignitas up against Rival. The Season 5 Spring rematch finals. The Season 4 Valencia rematch finals. A lot of history between these two teams. They read each other like an open book. Very difficult to call this match, for me personally, between Dignitas and Rival. If I had to call this match, which I do, since I'm making this video, I'm giving it to Rival in 5 games. I have to give it to Rival. Simply because, not because they're a better team. I think mechanically Dignitas is a way better team at the end of the day. You just stack up the players to players matchups. I think Dignitas has more all-star caliber players, but this is a team environment where that shit doesn't even matter. And Rival have enough of a thick playbook. It's got some couple C's in there. This playbook is thick. I've seen this playbook that Alpha Chaco carries around and the rest of Rival, and I just don't think Dignitas can handle it. I think Dignitas gets a little bit too carried away at times. That really hurts them at the end of the day. But I will give it to Rival in 5 games. I think this is going to go back and forth where Rival win game 1, Dig wins game 2, Rival 3, Dig 4, Rival wins in game 5 as well, because of the sneaky nature that Rival always seem to pull out of their playbooks. Dignitas is more of that brute force caliber that's looking to make those early to mid game plays. Not to say that they can't play late game, because they definitely have shown that they could online. But online versus LAN could be a little bit different. And Dignitas, as high of a caliber team that they are, not having the warm-up in the placement rounds could hurt them. Even though they have gone through, let's say, round 1, round 2 in the HRX placements, by the time they get to day 3, maybe that's going to be a non-factor. I still think that Rival have enough of opposition where they had to go through placements, a long way through placements, a long way through also the sets that they've had between Energy, between United, such different diverse strategies that they have enough to actually throw at Dignitas and throw them for a loop rather. So I got to give this Rival in 5. I just don't see Dignitas being able to out brute force the sneaky nature of Rival. And that is my HRX prediction video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And it's coming up very soon, November 16th through the 18th. Make sure you catch it. Don't miss out. I'll be there. All the other casters will be there. Your favorite teams will be there. Check us out. Hope you guys subscribe and like my content. Be sure to subscribe for more content in the near future. Peace out.